Okay, now it's time for the Stangen seminar. Hurry up.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. Today, my seminar is on Wonder Woman 1984 movie, which is an American movie which was released on in December in 2020. This movie is on the Marvel superhero Wonder Woman, which is a very famous superhero, and there are many comics made on it, and there are many also short films. So this is actually a sequel movie of the 2017's Wonder Woman, and and so this is my overview of my presentation. First, I will talk about the production of the film, its casting and summary. In the summary, I will tell like what's in the movie actually, and at last I will give my opinion and my review, or we can say a conclusion. So the production of film. This film was directed by Patty Jenkins, which is an American film producer. The production, screenplay, and the story, most of the things were done by Patty Jenkins. And the story was also written by Geoff Jones and Patty Jenkins, and all the other things. There were like many people who have put their efforts in making of this film. And this movie, it's based on Wonder Woman, which was written by William Moulton Marston, and the production company are DC Film, Atlas Entertainment, and the Stone Quarry. The total running time of this movie is 151 minutes, which is about 2.5 hours. Right now the movie is only available in English. In the future, it will be in other languages also. The budget was of around $200 million, and the box office money was around $161 million. This is an American film, and it was released in December. So the release date are different. In United Kingdom, it was on December 16, and in United States, it was on December 25. So the difference is when it was released in United Kingdom, it was only through virtual mode, and in United States, when it was released, it were like in cinema. It was like released. So the main lead role were of Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, and the villain's role were um, Ambara Minera Cheetah, which is also known as Unmaxlot, and there are some like other two characters which are also considered important, and there are like many side characters. But if I started to tell each and everyone's name, then it's gonna be very long. So that's why I'm just only wanna talk about the important ones. First, let's start with the role of Wonder Woman. A Wonder Woman's role was done by Gal Gadot, uh, who is also from America. So the role of Wonder Woman, or Diana Prince, I don't know why it's called Prince. Actually, she's a princess. So Wonder Woman is an Amazon princess and a warrior. She's the daughter of Hippolyta. Hippolyta is the queen of Themyscira, and in that they show how Wonder Woman got her like powers and how she used it. And the young Diana role was done by Lily Aspel. Mm, and the older, like the more mature or the bigger Diana role was done by Gal Gadot. So the next character is of Steve Trevor. Steve Trevor is an American pilot or a spy from World War First, and she was the love interest of Diana. Uh, he died in the first event of the film, and Then Diana brought him back to life after he made a wish to the Dreamstone. Uh, and he made a wish that his soul would be possessed in another body, but he would be back to life, and which was later portrayed as Christopher Polhana, and it was in the mirror reflection. But in that, only Diana could see his face, and others could not see. So the movie is actually about Wonder Woman fighting with the villains. And in most of the like superhero film, there is a villain. So the villain is Max Lord and the Cheetah. So starting with the Cheetah, actually, her name in the movie is Barbara Minerva. She's called Cheetah as she made a wish for becoming an apex predator, and by which her look changed to a cheetah, and she got the name of Cheetah. So she joined a museum which was where like Diana also worked, and uh, at first she was like a friend of Diana's, but then she allies with Max Lord to fight against him. Fight against her. So the second villain role is of Maxwell or Max Lord. So Max Lord, it was done by Pedro Pascal, and so Max Lord is actually a businessman in America, and he also has on company of Black Gold, which is known as Black Gold Cooperative, and he said that and he spent most of his life in searching for the Dreamstone. So Dreamstone is actually like a magical stone which grants someone's wish. So he spent most of his life searching for that stone so that he could do crimes or like steal money, or because he was a criminal. And he finally got that stone when he steal it from uh, mm, Barbara, and the director or Patty Jenkins, he described his Max Lord character as a villain with potential to be dangerous and scary. And the other two characters are Antiope and Hippolyta. So Antiope and Hippolyta are actually of Diana's family. So Hippolyta roles was done by Connie Nielsen, and Antiope characters was done by Robin Wright. So Hippolyta is actually the mother of Diana, and Antiope is the aunt of Diana. Antiope is also the general of Amazon army. So these were the lead roles, and there are some other characters in that, but that would be too long if I telling their name. So now I will go on to what's actually in the movie. So the movie starts with Diana, like the young Diana. She participated in an athletic event like her own state, and in that athletic event, she cheated because she fell from her horse, and once she fell, she cannot remount the horse, and she could win. So she cheated and took a shortcut, and again remount the horse, and was she was just going to win. She just had to throw her spear at the target, but then Antiope stops her from doing that, and Antiope also tell her to be like to win anything honestly. So at the starting of the film, it was showing something like that. Mm. Uh, so uh, so the actual movie started with the like the older Diana. So Diana works in an institution in Washington D.C. She works in that institution, and there is a new museum employee, which is Barbara. So and they both were like something like friends, and then in the next scene there is FBI came and they were like searching for all the, and they were telling the museum employees to identify the stolen things from that museum. And then suddenly Diana and Barbara, they noticed one thing which were later identified as dreamstone, and on that dreamstone in Latin that was written that whoever claims that dreamstone and make a wish, his or her one wish will be granted. So, so Barbara make a wish to become like Diana. Actually, no one knows that Diana was actually Wonder Woman. She was just like secretly Wonder Woman. Whenever there was something crime, or when there is something bad things going on, she went there. Like she's just like a secret superhero. No one actually knows that Diana is Wonder Woman. So Barbara wished to become like Wonder Woman, and Diana wished was to be uh, was she made a wish that her past lover, which was Steve, would get back to life because he was dead in the starting of the film. So she wished that Steve would be back to life, and then their both wish was granted. And then their Max came, and she stole the dreamstone from Barbara, and she made a wish that Max would become the stone itself and would get the power of granting every wish that whoever made. So actually his intention were not good. He wanted to become that stone because he wanted to and control over the whole world, and he was just like a villain. So then Diana, Steve, and Barbara, they were together, and they found out that the Dreamstone was actually made by Duke of Deception, which is like the god of lies or god of mischief, which is like full of bad things. So, if someone make that wish, then his or her power will also be lost. If they make the wish through that dream stone, and until their power will be, they will get their power back until they renounce their wishes and or they destroy the stone. So no one was agreed that they would break the stone or they will renounce their wishes, because Diana wish was that Steve would get back to life, and Barbara wish was to get the power of Wonder Woman, and Max wish was that he would become a stone. So no one actually renounced the wishes, no one break that stones also. So then so then in the next scene, there was uh, from the US president's satellite system, there was a message that Max has like control over the dreamstone and was making chaos everywhere. So then Diana and Steve goes and report it at the White House. But now Barbara was not with them. Barbara was aligned with Max, and they both were together, and Steve and Diana were together. Steve then convinced Diana to renounce her wish, and then because Diana already lose her power to ability to fly and to fight the villains. So Steve convinces Diana, and then Diana got her power back, and then she flies to the satellite system headquarters, and she fights with Barbara there, and there was like a very brutal fight between them, and finally, Diana wins over Barbara, and with Diana also confronts Max, and with her lasso of truth, she communicates with the whole world, and she convinced everyone to renounce their wishes, so that Barbara would get back to normal, as uh, because then when she was with Max, she got another power of wish, and she became like a apex predator. Because of that, she got her name of Cheetah. So that's how it did, and at last, mm, uh, Diana met the person in which met the person body in which Steve's soul was in that, but when she renounced her wish, Steve was not alive. So that's how the film ended. It was a nice film, and it was very entertaining. Uh, and it was also very adventurous. There were like different sides of the movie, and it was it would be not a waste of time if you watch it. And my most favorite dialogue was when Diana was going to win the race at the beginning of the film, then Antiope she stops her from doing that, and she said that when Diana said that why you have stopped me, and she said that no true hero is born from lies. So that was my favorite dialogue from the movie, and also my favorite part was at the beginning where she was in that running in that athletic race, because one thing is from the very beginning, um, Diana was like mm, very strong, and in that athletic race, Diana was the only one who was small, and other were just like elders. They were like much more older than them. My opinion on this movie is that it's a nice movie, and I would rate it 8 out of 10, just because it was a bit boring while I was watching it in the middle. But other than that, it was very entertaining, and also on its review is like 67% or something like that. And thank you for listening to my seminar.